Rebby, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
I already
good.
said, yeah.
Me?
You're good.
All right, so get comfortable, relax.
Okay. I'm
All right.
chilling with my tea and my water.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, so you're in a room full of fans. It's an honor and it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. One of the perks of working for Seaux Live is I get a free concert almost every time I come to shoot. What makes it even more special is when we get blessed with a unreleased record.
Oh.
Right? So tell us about this record that you just dropped. Amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this song, it's unreleased. I have not put it out yet. But I'm planning to sometime in June.
Okay.
Because that's when my EP is probably going to come out, unless I change that. But yeah, this song, I wrote it with my friend Cody Deer. He is someone that I also met on the internet back in 2020, when we were making internet friends at the time, because we were locked in. But yeah, this song, I wrote this specifically about a transition that I was going through at the time, just pursuing music more full time, basically, and taking it more seriously. So yeah, this track, it was also the easiest song that I wrote when I was out in LA and I was trying to write for my EP. And this was back in October. So yeah, it was honestly so fun writing with Cody and also my producer friend Drea Rose. Yeah, it was honestly one of the easiest songs I wrote, and also just free flow. It was just like so nice to write that one. It means a lot to me. So I hope people do like that track.
I'm sure they are going to love it. How long have you been writing music?
In terms of like songwriting, I feel like I've been writing, I guess, in middle school, but I guess I never really took it super seriously until most recently. I've done like co-writing sessions starting, I guess, in 2020, 2021, since that's when everybody was just like FaceTiming and video chatting and doing music stuff. But yeah, I guess like seriously writing, I mean, I've been writing for a minute, I guess. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So I've always had a suspicion that the ability to sing has a lot to do with the ability to hear. Now, sometimes when I've heard people that really can't sing, it's like, what are you listening to? But I do think it's kind of like drawing. I have an artist background where I think everyone can draw, but the difference that separates people is that they're not patient enough to copy the form.
Paint the picture.
Yeah, to actually sit and focus on what they see. So I think you can teach a bad singer to mediocrity, but then there's levels like yours.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So how early on did you realize you had this talent? Kind of walk me through the beginning of when you said, okay, I'm a little different than everybody else in this singing.
Oh, that's so funny. Singing specifically?
Singing specifically.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for those kind words, by the way.
No problem.
I don't know. I think I was singing ever since I was little. I think I would just be listening to YouTube videos. I grew up just listening to Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men, Lauryn Hill.
The GOATs.
Like, those people, yeah, I just like really liked how like the way that they sang in their music. And I remember when I was in 5th grade, I did a talent show, and I was so nervous, by the way. I was a lot more shy and reserved back then. But yeah, I just remember I sang Take a Bow by Rihanna for my first talent show, and I was so nervous. Fun fact, I like locked myself in the bathroom because I was so scared. But my music teacher like told me to come outside and just like sing, and it went really well. The year after, I also sang oh my god, what's the song called again? It's by Boyz II Men. Is it called Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday?
Yesterday.
One?
Okay,
yes, I think it was that one. And I sang that one, and I think I actually really didn't know that I had this gift. I think for a long time it was hard for me to believe in this gift that I have. I think a lot of people have told me, but it was just something that I couldn't believe myself. Yeah.
Do you think it was like an imposter syndrome type of thing?
Maybe. I think it was. I just like thought that I like singing, but I never thought it was something that I would ever pursue seriously. Or I I thought I couldn't, because I just felt like, oh, I'm not good enough to like do that. I can't do that. It's like not a tangible thing. But yeah, I think as I've gotten older, like in high school, I did a lot of musicals and choir. I was a choir nerd, and I did like talent shows there too. And I was just very involved in the music department in high school. Shout out DMAE. But yeah, it was just, I was always involved in music, but never thought that it would be something serious. It was just a hobby, and it was something that I really loved doing. And just being around music people just made me feel like I don't know, I just love the community aspect as well. I think it just really brought out more of me and who I am authentically, and helped me be myself more. So I feel like music has helped shape me into the person I am today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a gap where you were super nervous in performing, and I just watch you perform now, and it looked like just a regular day in the office.
I'm still really nervous, to be quite honest.
You're doing great. Don't worry.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. How did you get over your nervousness, or do you still get nervous every performance?
That's a good question. I mean, I still do get nervous. It's been a thing, actually. Like, I'm still trying to find a way to manage my nerves. But I think when I was younger, I really had like just like so anxious. I think it would just like prevent me from like doing anything, just because I was so scared. But I think because I've been just practicing and doing it more often, I think that's what's been really helping. And a lot of people have told me that as well, that you just got to keep doing it, just got to keep performing and keep singing and keep being in front of people, I guess, kind of like what I did today.
Right.
But yeah, I think I still do get pretty nervous, but I think it's definitely a lot better just because I've been doing it more often. So I guess for anyone who's struggling with performance anxiety, I think it really is just doing it over and over again. But also it really is a mindset shift, just like understanding and knowing like you're doing this to share your gift. This is not about just you. Like it's not. It's you are sharing something to the world, and you're a vessel to something even greater and bigger than yourself. So I feel like I'm trying to hone in that like attitude and shift my perspective on why I sing and why I'm doing this, to help me get over the performance anxiety. But it's something I'm definitely still learning and trying to figure out.
We're all work in progress, right?
Yes, exactly.
I think there's a healthy level of anxiety when you're doing certain things. I think it keeps you honest. It keeps you engaged.
For sure. And if you're not nervous, then something's off.
Yeah, probably a serial killer or something like that, right?
Yes.
All right. So I read somewhere that you interned at a music studio. Is that true?
Oh my gosh, that is so old. Wow, you really went into yeah, oh my goodness. That just popped a memory in my brain. I was in high school. It was a studio, I don't even remember. I think Hackensack.
Universal Music Production
That's
Center
crazy.
Studio.
That is actually crazy. I have not. That was just an internship, I think, when I was a senior in high school. And I just needed to, I guess, like, it was part of, like, getting credit for something. But also, I was obviously interested in interning at a music studio. Yeah, that time was interesting, for sure. I feel like I was just there at the front desk, also listening. Like when they had sessions and stuff, I would come in and I would just watch like some artists do their thing. I would just help out wherever I could. But yeah, that was a time. Oh my goodness.
How did you like that experience? I'm sure it contributed to where you're at today in some way, right?
A little bit, I guess. I think it just showed me what it's like to be in a studio. But I honestly feel like that experience didn't really show all of everything. I think just even me going to New York City and even experiencing like jazz clubs or going out of my way to go to shows and stuff, like it really, I guess, opened my eyes to like, oh, this is like what a real show looks like, or like this is like exceptional talent that I would love to like be at that level, you know?
Right.
But yeah, oh my gosh, that sparked a memory.
I just triggered a memory.
Yeah, for sure.
That means I'm doing my job.
You are.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So you mentioned off mic that you went to Rutgers, and I believe you got a degree in communications, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So did you pick that field to be in proximity to music, or was that just something totally separate and then you happened to fall into music? Because communications is very broad, like you can kind of fit anywhere.
For sure. The thing, I actually majored in communications and minored in music.
Gotcha.
And so, I don't know. Honestly, at first I was I was undecided actually, and then I majored in communications. Um, but yeah, I think music was just always something that I gravitated towards, despite I guess doing like communications, and I ended up going into marketing as well. Um, yeah, and but I just always was at Mason Gross, which is the music school at Rutgers. I was always in the practice rooms singing during, I guess, like my free time. Um, it's just really interesting because I've always been doing music, even though I've been doing other things like communications and marketing, because that was something of interest as well. But
Okay.
yeah, music was always calling me.
I ask that only because I feel like a lot of artists think there's like just one way to get into the door, and sometimes you can fall into a field that is in proximity, and it'll get you there, and then you kind of just work your way up with any other business, any other field. So I was wondering if that was kind of the play. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
maybe not. I think that's a good question though. I think like I pursued communications because I thought that was a logical route. And I think growing up with Asian parents, they want you to become a doctor or a lawyer or just something, like financially very stable, not really creative, because I think creative is just
It's
a field
too
that-
much of the unknown. They
yeah,
want a sure
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. And I think I was just going the logical route that would provide me financial stability. But then I guess realizing now, I think nothing is stable, really.
Especially
nothing is.
this world right now.
Yeah,
Right?
especially right now. But yeah, I think the experience that I've received from doing communications and not going to music school, because I did apply, but I did not get in. So I think it just really rerouted me into like, okay, I'm doing communications. I can still do music on the side. Like music can be a potential thing in the long term, but also not sure. But yeah, I was just like, let me just take this route. And honestly, I learned a lot from working in marketing and working on the business side. I think it really helped me learn a lot and help like literally shapes who I am right now and how I function today as an artist. So
All right.
yeah.
So you've been on quite the ride the last 5 years, maybe. I'm guessing
5 years.
maybe 5. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
So from the outside looking in, you seem to be at a point where everything's kind of starting to fall into place. Moves you made in the past are paying off in the moment. I think 5 years ago, correct me if I'm wrong, 2019, you took your talents to TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I mean, maybe you know, but
Maybe
I don't.
So brand new platform, and you start with posting covers. What is a favorite song to cover?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've covered a lot of songs on there. Wow, that's crazy. I actually don't remember. Wait, I'm curious what songs you've liked on my TikTok since.
Well, the ones that stand out to me are just the more recent ones.
Oh,
yeah, the
for
more
sure.
recent ones. I love the new song Sayonara. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Amazing. I love
Thank
the
you, thank you.
whole live performance in the car and everything.
Oh my god, thank you.
Super dope.
Thank you, thank you.
I do remember, I believe you covered a Tori Kelly song one time, and I'm not sure what song that
I'm
might have
pretty
been.
sure I did. Tori Kelly is honestly one of my favorite artists, so I would probably sing her song. Yeah.
And I was gonna ask, who are some vocalists that wow you? So I'm guessing that would be Tori
Yes,
Kelly.
and I also love Yeba. She is amazing.
Isn't she?
Love them both. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I remember I went to a Tori Kelly concert one time in Philly. I had no idea who it was. I was going with the ex at the time.
Really?
Yeah, so
You had no idea.
nope, not at all. And of course, I got wowed.
Yes.
But the one thing that stuck out there was it seemed like everybody in the crowd could sing. Like
She brings those types
yeah,
of
that's
people.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sitting, we're waiting in line. There's people just riffing, singing, waiting to
crazy.
get in line.
Crazy,
So
crazy.
like
Wait.
she's like the vocalist, like
Vocal
your favorite,
queen,
right.
vocal riff queen. I'm also curious which album did she release at the time? Do you? Oh, okay.
I really had no idea. I couldn't sing along. I was just mouth open
That's-
as she was singing.
Yeah.
And it was just her and
her guitar?
No, somebody else was playing the guitar.
Mateus Asato.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's
Yeah.
one of her earlier shows. I think was that like back in like 2018.
Probably.
2019? Yeah.
Probably around that time.
Insane. So good. Yeah.
All right. So in doing some of these covers, you kind of go viral at some point, right?
I think some of them, yeah, they pick up a little bit. A little bit.
How did that feel when that started happening, when you started getting recognized online?
Honestly, it was just like I always get shocked every single time a video pops off because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. TikTok doesn't make any sense. The algorithm does not make sense to this day.
That's why I'm trying to get rid of it.
It sucks. Honestly, I love TikTok. So I'd be really sad if it goes away. But yeah, I don't know. Every time if it does go viral, I'm like, whoa, I can't believe that this is doing well because I did not expect it. I never expect it to go crazy. I just post videos because I like singing and I just want to post covers. Like, I think the first time that a video went like super viral was when I did You Got a Friend in Me challenge. It was like the Walls group version, and I think that's when it was like really, that video really popped off, and I was not expecting that because typically I am the type of person who takes several takes when I try to do a video, and the perfectionist in me wants to like get it right. But yeah, that video, I just remember, oh my god, so clearly. I remember I was cutting apples and I was like, oh, I like the song. The song is like stuck in my head. I was at an Airbnb in LA. At the time, it was my first solo trip to LA. And I was like, I just want to sing the song and I just want to post it. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen to this video, but whatever. And then I kid you not, like the next day, the Walls group, they reposted it on their Instagram.
Wow.
And the whole gospel music community reached out to me, like quite literally everyone, and I was like, what is going on? But yeah, that was like honestly I think the most craziest video that kind of like popped off that I was not expecting, and everybody was doing like riff challenges and like trying to copy my run and stuff, and I was like, what is happening on the internet right now? That's exciting. Yeah, it was like a really wild experience. Yeah, and I think that was like January of 2022, I think. Yeah. I think that was like the biggest video I think that went off, but yeah.
That sounds exciting, amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
So you're still early in your career, but you already hit like a milestone of aspiring artists.
Oh.
So someone told me that you have been able to quit a 9-to-5 job, right? So I kind of want to get in like how that felt. How does that feel? Did you walk into the office? Did you cuss everybody out and say, I hate you, you're cool?
Gosh.
You know, how does that feel? Is
That's
that
so
validating?
funny.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I think I was working a corporate job. I was working in influencer marketing, and I genuinely actually really loved the job, and I loved the people there. I've learned so much from them. Literally, shout out to Collectively, if you guys are watching. But maybe you can cut that out, actually. I don't know if I want to put that in there. But yeah, genuinely, like, working at that corp job really helped me, I don't know, even build who I am as a person, professionally and personally. And I think I really needed to go through that in order to be where I am right now. Because I think it just, like, I really believe in, like, God's timing. And I think I was just supposed to work that job, and I was presented with an opportunity to be in a band, and I just felt like this urgency to try it. I think for a long time I've always felt like, oh, like maybe I should try pursuing music, but I don't think there was an opportunity that came to really like that presented itself to me where I felt like, oh, like I do want to pursue this. And I guess when this opportunity to be in a band came through, I was like, I really would love to do it, and I didn't want to wonder what if,
right,
you know.
right.
And I think that was something that really was tugging at me. But yeah, I think it was something that I needed to do, and it just felt like I really needed to do it. And so I guess here I am. I'm in a band. I'm a full-time artist, and it's a crazy feeling, and it's crazy to say it out loud too. Because I remember like when I left my job, people would ask me what I do, and I'd be like, oh, I'm not doing marketing anymore. I'm a full-time artist. And it was just so weird verbally saying that out loud, because I was like, that is really weird to say. But I'm for sure getting used to it. But yeah, I think it was a really bittersweet moment. And I think actually that's literally what the song is about. Hard to Say Goodbye. It was about my job. Just like,
really?
It's bittersweet. Yeah, because I was actually really sad about leaving, because I really did enjoy the work, and I really loved and appreciated the people who supported me, and they were also very supportive of my music as well, because they knew that I liked singing. So I just really appreciated them and my time there. But yeah, this song is about just like leaving my job, and it's a bittersweet moment and going to the next chapter. It's hard to say goodbye to that. So yeah.
Well, it's gonna be more sweet going forward. For sure, for sure.
I hope so.
You're
I
an
hope so.
amazing talent.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so we're getting close to the end, and I want to end off with, so 5 years ago, could you have predicted where you're at now?
No, not at all. I can't believe I'm doing this full time. First of all, I think that's just crazy to say. And I know it takes also a lot of guts to do this full time and to do music or like creative work in general full time. I think that's just a beast in and of itself. It's a different niche and it's a different lifestyle for sure, because I am so used to being like this, but I guess learning to adapt and literally being like a chameleon and adapt to this lifestyle is something I'm learning still currently.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah. I totally forgot your question. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, I was just saying, could you have predicted
Oh.
where you're at now?
Yeah. I don't think so. I think I envision myself still working a corp job and still pursuing, I guess, marketing.
Well, you are. I mean, you're marketing yourself. I've seen
Oh.
the new videos. That's one of the
I
things
guess
I
so.
wanted
I guess
to,
it's shifted to music marketing and I guess doing it by myself in a way, but
for yourself, you know.
for myself, yeah.
A lot of times we get into these corporate jobs and we have such loyalty to the corporate job, and we rarely share that same loyalty to our own passions and dreams.
Different. It's
right?
really
It's a
different. I think
thing.
if it's for someone else, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna help and support and I'm gonna figure it out and do it well. But then when it's for myself, it's just very different. I think it's just, yeah, it's just a different thing. But getting used to it for sure.
Awesome. So 5 years from now, what do you hope to have accomplished?
Whoa, 5
There's no
years
right or
from
wrong.
now.
5 years from now.
I hope that I go on tour. I think that's a goal of mine. I hope that I am more confident and believe in this gift that I have and share it with others more. And yeah, I just really think that it's a mindset shift. Just like continuing to grow the confidence in myself as an artist and as a person. And yeah, I feel like there's like a lot of music things that I would love to do. So a lot of collaborations that I would love to do. And yeah, just being in a room with other music people that have the same goal in mind. Yeah.
Right. So stamp it. It's recorded 5 years from
5
now.
years from now, I'll look back at this and I'll be
Right.
like, oh, did I accomplish that? I hope so.
Yeah, you'll be living your dreams, I'm sure. Your talent
so.
needs to be shown. Thank you so
you.
much. So live.
So live, let's go.
I hope you come back.
I will.
And I can't, on behalf of everybody, I can't say enough. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, let's give it up.
Ah.
Clap, everybody.
Yay!
Say bye.
Bye.
We are clear. Awesome, guys.
Did a great job.